At the 15-minute mark, Egypt looked destined for another World Cup disappointment, a defensive lapse, a stunned bench, and thousands of Egyptian fans fearing history was about to repeat itself. New Zealand had the lead, Egypt had all the pressure, but 70 minutes later, everything had changed. The Pharaohs produced one of the most dramatic comebacks of the tournament so far, turning a one-goal deficit into a statement victory that sent them to the top of Group G. From frustration to celebration, this was the night Egypt's World Cup story took a completely different direction. If you love World Cup stories, tactical breakdowns, and daily updates from every corner of the tournament, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We're covering every major moment, every surprise result, and every twist in the race for the World Cup trophy. This wasn't just another group stage match. Earlier in the day, Iran and Belgium played out a draw, leaving Group G wide open. A win for Egypt would send them to the top of the table. A victory for New Zealand would put them in control of their own destiny. Every goal had the power to reshape the group. Egypt arrived at this World Cup carrying decades of expectation. The Pharaohs are Africa's most successful national team, with 7 Africa Cup of Nations titles. But their World Cup history tells a different story. After appearances in 1934, 1990, and 2018, Egypt had never won a World Cup match before this tournament. With Mohamed Salah leading the team, the pressure to finally make history was enormous. But football has a way of testing teams. Just 15 minutes into the match, New Zealand struck first. A dangerous set piece caused problems in the Egyptian box, and Finn Sermon reacted quickest to score. For New Zealand, it was the perfect start. For Egypt, it was the worst possible scenario. The response came after halftime. Egypt increased the tempo, pushed their wide players higher, and gave Mohamed Salah more freedom. Instead of staying isolated up front, Salah dropped deeper to link play and create space. Egypt also pressed more aggressively, forcing New Zealand into mistakes. Slowly, the momentum shifted. What looked like a frustrating night was becoming an opportunity. The warning signs were everywhere. Egypt began winning second balls, keeping possession higher up the pitch and creating overloads in wide areas. New Zealand, so comfortable in the first half, suddenly found themselves pinned back inside their own half. Every attack carried more urgency. Every pass moved quicker. The pressure kept building, and it felt less like a question of if Egypt would score, and more a question of when. The comeback was coming. And when Egypt needed a leader, Mohamed Salah stepped up. After Egypt fell behind, it was Mostafa Mohamed who fired home the equalizer and shifted the momentum. But Salah's influence was everywhere. Dropping deeper, linking play, and creating space for his teammates, he helped drive Egypt's second half turnaround. Great players don't always change games with goals. Sometimes they change them with leadership, and Salah did exactly that. With New Zealand pushing forward, spaces opened across the pitch. Egypt took full advantage. One goal became 2, then 2 became 3. Trézéguet delivered the decisive moment, completing a remarkable comeback. In just 24 minutes, Egypt transformed the entire outlook of Group G. The victory sends Egypt to the top of Group G with 4 points. Iran and Belgium remain on 2 points, while New Zealand sit on 1. The group is still wide open, but Egypt now control their own destiny. Their next match against Iran could decide who reaches the round of 32. For decades, Egypt waited for a World Cup moment like this. A comeback built on resilience, tactical adjustments, and leadership. With Mohamed Salah leading the way, belief is growing that this team can achieve something special. So how far can the Pharaohs go? Let me know your prediction in the comments below. And for more daily World Cup stories and analysis, don't forget to subscribe.